Good evening. Excuse me. Hi. Um, so it's always funny because I'll be led to say something and I don't say anything, and then something will come up that makes me say something. Right? Y'all know how it goes with me. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what it was. I watched a Abba and Preach video, because they're one of my faves. Okay, they're one of my favorite channels. The lighting, this broken ass camera. Um, they had a video about a young man who's been charged for child support from the age of 11, and he's 17 now. And at the time that the abuser was had gotten pregnant by him, she was 22 and he was 11 years old. Um, and in that video, Abba has said, if you do not speak up on it, then you are a part of the problem and you're not really for everybody, right? I took that shit to heart because I really don't speak on either, to be honest with you, but I have been planning on saying something about it, and then I just saw a video. I just saw a video. It says Tulsa man could face more charges after 12-year-old. What does it say? 12-year-old delivers his child. Okay, he's 24, she's 12. So a very similar situation where the 22-year-old was impregnated by an 11-year-old, and a 24-year-old man impregnated a 12-year-old. So similar age groups there. Okay, the man went to jail, whereas the woman did not. And this is a prime example of what I'm saying when I say that men have to attack the patriarchy, because this is a result of the patriarchy. Okay. It does not mean that I agree with it. I do not think that an 11-year-old boy who is now 17 should be paying child support for a child that essentially came of assault, right? It's the same scenario. The problem, I had more facts for you too, because I was actually looking into this. When we want to attack women, which she should be attacked. I don't understand. I don't care what age you are. What is your interest in a child? I don't care if you're a man or woman, right? But one of the things that we have to understand is that the lawmakers are primarily men. Excuse me. There have been over 11,000 delegates in the House of the U.S. Representatives, Senate, and Congress. And of that 11,000, only 423 have been women since 1917. The first woman was in 1917. So when you come into these federal laws and the laws of the state, which ultimately are determined and often, every state has their own laws, but a lot of them primarily follow federal law to some extent. These laws are being created by men. The laws are not being created by women. The laws are being created by men who think that another man cannot be assaulted. This is still an issue of men not recognizing the plight of other men. That's very important because a lot of the blame goes to women, and these laws are designed for women. These laws protect women. The men did this. They did this. Like, I need y'all to understand, y'all have to change your minds about what you are susceptible to. It's not a woman issue. It's still a man issue. It's still an issue that needs to be attacked by men. Period. I would love, I can't, again, you have to fight for your own demographic. And because the men have gone on all these years thinking that other men can't be assaulted, thinking that men can't experience certain mental illnesses, the women are following your lead. That does not make it right. Some of these people, common sense is not common. And I could take that back to the why video. Okay, why? Why? Nobody's asking why? So they don't got no common sense. It's just that simple. I was convicted to say something because you said it like that, you know? But ultimately, this is what the problem is. It still boils down to men, as men are more than what, 11,000? I don't even know. I don't know math like that. 423 since 1917 are women lawmakers. So the men are the ones making these laws that make these children pay child support to grown ass women who should have known better. Okay? But they don't. They really don't. Even men don't, to some degree. Y'all don't seem, it's the grooming process that both men and women think is normal. Okay? Women think men naturally are more sexual. You've been running around here saying men are sexual. Men are sexual beings. Right? So a lot of them don't see a problem with sleeping with, and it sounds crazy, but it's not. A lot of them seem to not have any issue with sleeping with young men. I know a lot of young men, okay? A lot of young men sleeping with teachers, all that. And they thought that shit was cool. Not just the women, the men, the boys. Bragging about sleeping with their teachers, bragging about this, because you've all been mind fucked into thinking that that's what young men want. So nobody thinks about these issues with young men, including the men that are making these laws. It's still an issue of the patriarchy. There's not much I can do for you. You won't let me be in Congress. There's only 423 in the history of Congress and U.S. House of Representatives and Senate. 423. That's a very small number. Out of like 11,000, I think it was 11,155, something like that, something around there. Only 423. You know, if I was in Congress and if I was a lawmaker, I would definitely outlaw that shit immediately. It'd be dead, okay? But you don't let women do that. I'm sorry. It's just the irony of how much is blamed on women, but you don't even let women be lawmakers and stuff. It's you. Go ahead. Taylor Swift it. It's me. I'm the problem. That's right. You have to lobby for yourselves. I'm going to say it again. You have to lobby for yourselves. You have to start marching for yourselves. You know, I apologize that I can't be more help. I can just tell you what the problem is. I can't help you. Sorry. I mean, I can. I have. Have I not? Come on.